Welcome to Brain Rules for Aging, keeping your brain fit through the years. Nostalgia is a vitamin by John Medina, which is me. Our subject concerns nostalgia and aging in this video, and if you happen to be 90 years old, first, congratulations on watching my YouTube channel at 90 years of age. But second, you will probably recognize the information on this slide. Here it is. Pennsylvania 65000. For those of you who know what this is, you will recognize this as an actual phone number and the name of a giant big band hit for Glenn Miller in 1940. You may even be singing it. If you're younger and this looks confusing, you should know phone numbers used to consist of alphanumeric strings. Pennsylvania stood for PE or 73, making the actual number 7365000. Nobody sang that, of course. Pennsylvania is easier. Let's try another. This one recognizable if you're about 70 years old, also with an alphanumeric phone number. Beechwood 45789. And like I said, that's also a phone number and the name of a giant Motown hit for the Marvelettes in 1962. Now, are you 70 years old and singing this now? Maybe so. Finally, now, for the 50-year-olds of the audience, I'm about ready to ruin your day if you think this is an earworm, for we have another phone hit, one of the last that I've seen. Here it is. By the time of this hit, the letters of the telephone exchange name system had long since been replaced with just numbers. So you're just going to get numbers. 8675309. That sound familiar to you, does it? Jenny 8675309 by Tommy Tutone in 1981. Sorry about that. Now, regardless of the age and the phone number version or even the record, these titles all have the ability to incite similar feelings, nostalgia, depending upon when you were born. Modern research shows those feelings can actually improve cognition and emotional disposition. Nostalgia, when experienced properly, is actually good for the aging brain. In fact, it can act like a behavioral vitamin. We didn't always used to think that, by the way. We used to think it was all bad. Nostalgia made you get stuck in time, made you wistful, maybe mildly blue, certainly not hopeful. In fact, nostalgia comes from the Greek words pain in returning home. Now we know better. With regular exposure of properly experienced nostalgia, good things occur. From decreases in death-related anxiety to experiencing a greater tolerance for social outsiders as you get older. Now, nobody expected this. The key to the concept turned out to be properly experienced. Do you want to know more? This video series is all about the surprising effects of nostalgia on aging cognitive function. If you'd like to know how songs as disparate as Glenn Miller and Tommy Tutone hits, how all that can be a force for good for your brain, then this series is for you.